What's up, everybody? Welcome to This Into That, where we're going to turn this into that. Okay, so today we're turning the sound of a singing wine glass, where you take, a wet fingertip and you run it around the rim of a wine glass and it resonates, and turning it into sort of a magical, glowing spectral sound. Okay, so today's This Into That episode is special because we're actually only going to be using a single plugin, but this plugin is super powerful. This is Snap Heap by KiloHearts. Snap Heap is one of my favorite design tools. I may do a full episode on it later. Snap Heap is a multi-effects plugin by KiloHearts. And what I love about this is that you actually get each one of these individual processors for free, and then you can just buy Snap Heap itself, which is the multi-effects rack essentially, for about $30, and it becomes a super powerful tool for design. So I thought it'd be fun to make my design today using only the available free plugins from KiloHearts inside of Snap Heap. So I'm going to start by disabling all these, and we'll walk through them individually. Okay, so first off, here's our raw sound. Okay, first I'm going to add a pitch shifter. This is bringing this up by 19 semitones, and I've got the mix set to about halfway. Next is this ring mod module. I've got the frequency set around 500 hertz. The mix is set at around 35%. Generating some interesting discordant overtones there. Next, I'm doing chorus for some stereo spread. Highly suggest listening in headphones, by the way. Now, dual delay. This creates a delay on each side with an offset. So I've got really fast time here of 77 milliseconds, and that is offset by 1.62 times that speed in the right channel. So I've got it set to about 35% tone, leaning a little brighter, feedback set at 70%, spread at 77%, and then mix at 78%. Next, I'm using the flanger. I love this flanger. I like the motion. It does this scrolling effect. I've got depth set at 7.15, delay at 2.49, the rate at 0.2. The motion is set at 7.77 hertz. The spread is at about 34%. Feedback is at 50%, and the mix is all the way up at 100. Okay, next we're doing some pitch shifting. I've got this one set at +7 semitones. I'm trying to add some sparkle. I've got the mix set way down at 16%. On this one, I'm going up by 14 semitones, and I've got the mix set at 6.9%. So just adding subtle amounts of each of these overtones that I'm generating here. You can hear that really contributes to those high overtones, giving it that sort of heavenly, crystally feel. Next, I've got a filter pulled up, and I've got this LFO down here, which is routed to the cutoff. So the way that you do this is when you open up an LFO, you click this little plus button down here, and you can route it to any parameter on any of these modules. But I've got this set pretty fast at 12.34. The cutoff is going down from 855 hertz all the way up to 20,000 hertz, and it sounds like this. So it's giving it some movement, some texture. Then I've got another set of pitch shifters. Now what you'll hear is, because of the grain size and the way that these pitch shifters work, they tend to smear the image just a little bit. So it'll actually soften some of that extreme pulsing that we're hearing, the oscillating that we're hearing from the filter. So again, I've got each of these set at +7, and the mixes are pretty low, 16% for each of them actually. So again, this is just generating even more high harmonics to make it sound even more sparkly and airy. And you can hear it subtlifying the filter here. It's a lot less in your face. Next, with a 3-band EQ, I am boosting up that really high sparkle. The band is set here at 2.2 kilohertz, so all that higher range stuff that we're hearing is getting a big boost by about 12 dB. Really brings out that shimmer. And last but not least, we've got some reverb going on it, and it's set at about 14%. And that is how you turn a wine glass into a sparkling magical element. I hope you guys learned something from this today. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. If you have any ideas for a sound you'd like to hear me manipulate in the future, let me know, and I'll give it a shot.